Hello, dear hungry ones. There's always a reason to bake a nice cake again. And this version is really worth it because it suits so many different occasions. Here's what we need. Sugar, lingonberries, cocoa, baking powder, and dark chocolate. Plus, cake glaze, butter, almonds. Feel free to mix it up with ground or whole ones. You can also use hazelnuts if you like, and we'll need some eggs. And if you've opted for whole almonds like I did, let's chop them up a bit first. A big knife on a large cutting board, that's the easiest way to do it. Carefully pour the flour into a mixing bowl now. Add the cocoa and baking powder, then mix it all together. Using a whisk is truly the best way to do this. At this point, we're going to add in the delightful almonds, both ground and chopped, followed by mixing everything together thoroughly. Mix it all together thoroughly. Now, we put the butter in a bowl over a water bath and add the chocolate too. Chop the chocolate into smaller pieces beforehand and melt both together. It takes a little while, stirring occasionally. Once everything's melted, take it off the heat and pour it into a bigger bowl. Now, we add the sugar and mix it all together. A whisk will do the job just fine. Now we crack 6 eggs one by one and add them to the bowl, mixing each in separately. Now use the whisk of the mixer. Once we're ready, we add in the prepared flour mixture, just about half of it for now. Carefully mix it in, using either a spoon or a spatula for the best results, and once that's completed for the first half, simply repeat the process with the second half of our flour mixture. And when that's done, the dough will be fully ready. After this, we will need a baking pan. Optimally, a rectangular one with sides about 24 to 25 cm long. If you prefer, a round baking pan will work just fine. Grease the pan, or, and I prefer this, line it with baking paper. Now pour in the batter. Since it's quite runny, it pretty much spreads itself out. Still, give it a little shake to spread it better. And don't forget, tap the pan with a gentle touch on the work surface to let the batter settle well, then it's off to the oven. And now, we bake the cake at 280 degrees Fahrenheit with the fan on for an hour. When we take it out, let it cool a bit, preferably on a wire rack, then we take it out of the pan. And of course, peel off the paper. Then slice the cake horizontally into 2 halves. And you can alternatively use the string method here, or opt for a large sharp knife. I definitely will use a very sharp knife for cutting. And now we need the cranberries. We're going to spoon them onto the bottom half of the cake and spread them out evenly. Initially, I gently use a spoon to spread, and then I follow up with a small angled palette knife to nicely reach the edges. Then we place the top half on, making sure it fits perfectly. Now we need the cake glaze. Chop the chocolate into smaller pieces and then quickly melt it all down in the microwave. Then we'll coat the cake thoroughly with the glaze, ensuring every corner is covered, and I'll do this quickly. Once the glaze has completely dried, our next step is to decorate the top of the cake wonderfully. You can of course choose other designs, but I've gone with clovers. We want to place them on top. Gently dust the entire area with fine powdered sugar to create a delightful snowy effect. Once done, carefully lift away the delicate clover leaves, ensuring that the beautiful areas without sugar stay wonderfully clear. I just poke a pin through from the back, so that, as shown here, I can easily remove the clover leaves after dusting. Now let's move on to gently dusting our cake with powdered sugar. And as you can see, as proven, we can remove the templates, and the impression of the clover leaf remains beautifully intact. The imprint of the clover leaf stays perfectly intact. I think it's a unique and quite a pretty cake to look at, but most importantly, it tastes absolutely delicious. Soft, chocolatey dough enriched with almonds and cranberries, and as I said, it's not just for New Year's, but also perfect, for instance, for birthdays. Bake it, if not today, then someday. I wish you much joy while doing so. Have a great start to the new year and enjoy your meal. See you next time. Bye.